Andy Ihnatko, your pick of the week.
My pick is simple. It's an iPad sleeve, but it is the only iPad Pro sleeve that has earned the Andy Ihnatko seal of nitpickiness, because there are a lot of like sleeves that you can get the iPad inside it, but it's too big because it's designed to hold all kinds of different iPads, tablets, or it's not designed for. Or they took a guess at the dimensions, which is the reason why I was using a camera wrap, because I like to be nice and snug. And this bin pad, it's called the Cache. It's also available, I think, for smaller sized iPads. But the iPad Pro slits into it with almost no fuss whatsoever. There is no Velcro here, which is unnecessary. There's just a long tab that you just fold in, and now you have your perfectly nicely protected $1,000 piece of metal and glass that you can then drop in your laptop bag. And if you drop your laptop bag, it will be nicely protected. It's thick enough to give you some protection, but not so thick that it becomes like traveling with a hypoallergenic pillow or something like that. $40, but if you looked at this, it's really like all the bin stuff that I've been trying for the past month, really nicely made. I mean, look at this seam. It's like double stitched here. It's thick nylon. It feels like it's something that's really going to last you a long time, as opposed to something you're going to use until it gets muffed up in about 8 months, and then that's it. I wish I knew exactly what these two straps were for. I bet it's so that you could lash. I don't know, like so you can use it.
I can tell you if you really want to know.
Tell me, I'd like to know.
Because Tom Bihn, I have many Tom Bihn bags. It's not just a sleeve; it's a solution. So that integrates in to a larger Tom Bihn bag. You see, it's part of the whole.
Oh, right. So that's okay. They sent. I did a Twitter question because I mentioned like someone asked me a question about my favorite iPad bag, and I said what it was because I still love my Patagonia bag, and someone said, "Oh, I like this one," and then there's so many people came up with good suggestions that I just said, okay, hashtag tell me your favorite iPad Pro bag. And enough people mentioned the bin bags that the bin company contacted me and said, well, would you like to try some stuff?
Oh, good.
And then two big boxes containing pretty much everything they make came in.
I guarantee you not, because they make thousands. It feels like thousands of doohickeys.
I'll say that again. Fourth time I mentioned the house cleaning. One of the reasons is that, as often happens, huge boxes arrive, and now I've got the house is just walls around my box collection.
Yeah,
and it's like now I need to find places to put all these boxes. So there are other bags where if you want to take like a laptop out for inspection, instead of having to actually take it out of the bag. There are two.
They have all that stuff. Yeah.
Now you're making me realize there are like a couple of rings inside the bag, the actual big laptop bag, so you can actually pull this out like a drawer and let it flop over.
I have the Western Flyer. I have it in red. It's a beautiful bag, and this thing you could carry. This is actually luggage as well as and so the idea is to accommodate whatever kind of technology needs you have.
Yeah, they sent me one of those too, which I like.
Think you'll like it. Yeah.
I don't want to talk about any one of these things specifically until I've been using it for a while. So that one's going to have to wait until I actually take a trip. But as it turns out, that is a bag that I kind of needed, because there are a lot of times where I'm gone for just 2 nights, and unfortunately on one of those nights I have to dress like a respectable adult
exactly
and have change of shoes.
Yep.
Right.
I've been using the Ristretto for years, and Dieter Bohn, my former boss, who's now at The Verge, introduced me to them, and they put out a new model where things could fall out of the pocket, and we tweeted about it, and they're like, yep, we know, we're making a brand new model, and they turned around and had one that was zipped closed within, I think, a month or two. I used that for 2 years. It's just phenomenally good service and good quality bags.
Yeah.
A lot of bag manufacturers are really good that way. There was I forget the manufacturer, but they sent me a bag to try out. And then I said, that's nice, but I just really wish it had a strap right here. And then 2 months later, they sent me a new bag that had the strap right there. That's now part of their product line that they said internally, this is known as the Andy Ihnatko strap. And it's like
the Ihnatko.
And
it's like the Ihnatko. They should make an Ihnatko.
Well, they should make a lot of people who've had interact with me have said they should make an Ihnatko strap, because I would have used that on him about 5 times. But that's why I love the variety of bags, because each one is a really specific answer to an individual's question of what thing have I desperately wanted on, in, or around a bag. What feature am I desperately missing on this bag I spent $500 for that's perfect, except for it doesn't have a place I can put this, or it doesn't have a pocket on the outside where I can easily put something in and out. And that's why you'll have two bags that are equally wonderful. One is completely useless for somebody. One is absolutely flawless. And the only difference is that the bag, the pocket that's perfectly sized for the sunglasses, on one of them, it's on the outside where you can get at it easily. On another one, it's on the inside where it's protected against bumps and slaps. So you like to, it's like saying go into any restaurant and just order something, order like a simple steak, and you will find out here's what the chef thinks is wrong about everybody else's steak. Here's the way they do it.
Steaks all the way down.
Good recommendation. Bihn is spelled Bihn, TOMBIHN.com, and that's $40 for the cache.
Incidentally, you don't know how freaked out I was about 5 minutes ago when I was pasting in the URL and I saw the word cache, and oh damn it, I got out of my OS cache. Wait a minute, where's the actual official link? Then I realized, oh, that's right, it's called the cache. So there will be the word cache maybe somewhere in the URL. Okay.
I'm looking now. I just see that they've created something called the Empire Builder, which will allow you to add the horizontal cache for your iPad as well as a brain cell, which is the thing they have to protect your laptop. These guys, the problem is they feed my fetish.
Yeah.
Which I don't know.
I will say in closing though, having used bags for years and years and years and years, the most expensive thing you can buy is a cheap bag.
Yeah, I agree.
You can go nuts and go stupid and pay a lot of money you don't have to pay, but the difference between a $100 bag and a $200 bag is immense, and maybe 10 times greater than the difference between a $200 bag and a $500 bag. But once you at least get your hands on, if you have a friend who spent $250 for a good bag, like one of these Bihn bags, you will say, oh, that's because look how thick this nylon is, and look how it's actually lined on both sides, and look how durable the zipper is, and look how they're using all YKK tabs, and how their zipper pulls on both sides, not just one. And you say, oh, that's why I buy a bag every 9 to 10 months, as opposed to this guy who's had the same bag for 5 years.
The difference is pennies. Well, pennies a day.
But then on the other hand, if you have 10 bags,
that's
which
that's where
I confess,
a coffee preparation problem.
14 ways to make coffee, 10 kinds ways to carry my laptop.
You're an aficionado, Leo.
I'm
You're
aficionado.
a connoisseur.
Yeah.
A connoisseur.
Yeah.